Alright, so now we're getting into the more exciting stuff. As you start blogging, you're going to notice that it can be somewhat of a tedious process, especially if you don't enjoy writing a whole lot. One of the things you can do is actually outsource your content. So you basically pay somebody to write articles for you, and then you can go and just post those on the blog. They're ready to go, pre-formatted, and it's almost like an instant blog post. The site I get a lot of content from is iWriter.com. Now I really like the site because you get articles pretty quick. When you post a new project, it goes out to basically an online marketplace of writers, and you can start getting articles back in as little as a few hours. Now the way you navigate the site is obviously register. I'm going to go ahead and log in since we already have an account. And then when you log in, this will be your home page. In order to post a project, you're just going to go up to this menu up here, Get Content, and you'll have to fill out all this information. So what you want to do is click on Have Articles Written. You can actually have articles rewritten, and you can even get ebooks off here for when you want to start creating your own products. Just give it a description. So when you're selecting a category, you want to make sure that you get something that applies to your blog. In this case, we're doing a home-based business and internet marketing blog, so it could either fall under home-based business or internet and businesses online. Then you click the article length. It's usually good to do at least 500 words. In general, the longer the better, but they do cost more. Article language, obviously English for this case. And now the submit to. There's different levels here of article writers. Your basic is going to be a little bit cheaper. Your premium and your elite is going to be more expensive. I usually go with the premium because those are pretty good articles. And for a 500-word article, it only does cost $5, which is extremely reasonable. There's not a lot of places online I've found where you can get them for this cheap. In your keywords, you'll want to type in either your target keyword or the blog post title that you want. So we'll just type in a few samples right here real quick. And you can type in as many as you want, and then the total project cost is obviously going to go up by $5 per article. You can select a different tone, friendly tone or professional tone. For blogging, you probably want to do friendly just so it's a little more personable. So this article purpose section will apply to all of the keywords and titles you typed in up here, so you want to make sure that you make it a little bit general and that they do apply to each of the titles and keywords you typed in. All of these articles we're ordering here will be for the blog, so we'll just type that in. And what that does is it'll just give the writers a little bit of context as to what this article is going to be used for. If you have any special instructions, then you can include that here. If you're writing for a specific keyword, you can say, please include the keyword 3 to 5 times in the article. And then you might want to add on some other details just so the articles kind of all flow together since they are going on the same website. Now all of these articles will be how-to articles, so you want to include that here. You do want to be as specific as possible with these special instructions and also on the article purpose, just so you do get what you want. And what you'll do is you'll just go down here to Submit Project, and then your project will go out. Now before you do submit your project, you may have to add money. If you do have to add money, you can just hit this little button right here. That'll take you over. You can add in how much you want, so usually how much the project is going to cost. Hit Submit, and then it'll take you over to PayPal. Now when the articles start coming in, you will have a chance to review them, so you can read through the article and actually approve of the content before the writer gets paid. If you're not happy with the article for some reason, you can just hit reject and it'll go back out to the writer pool and somebody else will pick it up. But then when you do have the articles approved, you just hit download articles. You can see we have several article projects going on. Come in here and you hit download article, and then that'll download it to your computer. And from there it's just a matter of opening up the article, copying it, and then pasting it into your WordPress site. So again, I really do like this site and highly recommend it. Again, iWriter.com. It will save you a lot of time. The prices are very reasonable for the quality of the content you can get. Just be sure you go with that premium level or above.